All right, here I'm going to do a playthrough video. I'm a little bit nervous, but let's just see how it goes. I have the game set up. We already started the world. I'm shuffling up the player deck. I'm about to draw our first hand and take the first turn. So, here we go. So, draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. This is time passes. You do this with the wound deck, so you can't just take as much time as you want. And let's figure out how we're going to do this. I didn't draw any movement cards, so let's figure how we can survive without a movement card. It's going to be a little bit challenging. So, we know the rest of the thing. So we're just going to pass turn. We're going to discard one card. And I think the best card to do that with is... Questions, do I want to go for clubs first or... I think we'll discard the 3. So we're going to end our first turn. 1, 2, not a joker, come on. 3, all right. We're going to draw one more. So now on my next turn, I'll have a much better hand of some movement. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to use this card sideways as a heart. So 4, 5. We can move here. When we do, we move. Ooh, we're going to get ourselves a little bit trapped. Hopefully that's not too bad. And let's go ahead and just use 8 attack to defeat that 5. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3. There are no more cards to draw. So time passes on the next turn. 1, 2, 3. So we technically have one turn after this. So I'm going to use this 4 of diamonds. I'm going to use it twice. That gives me 8 diamonds, and I'm going to acquire this and put it on top of my deck. Then I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. These cards are still in my hand. I'm going to draw up to 4, we still have 3. The last turn goes, we flip the last card. It's going to run out, so this is going to be the last day. We'll figure out how we want to do this on the last day. So you have plenty of movement, because hearts have double move. Question is, do I want to backtrack? Since this is the last day, you can't draw any more wounds, so backtracking is not the worst decision in the world. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and play 2 hearts. So it's going to be 14 movement. We're going to normally take a wound, but because there isn't any there, you're allowed to just freely move through blank spaces when there are no wounds left in the deck. It's going to be 14 goes down to 13, and then we can move over to the 7, and we will draw up. And we will play the 5 and double it to defeat the 7. All right, but this is going to end the day. We just are going to shuffle up our deck. Oh, when I did defeat the 5 of clubs, I did use a club against it, so I could ignore its toughness ability. So let's go ahead and also shuffle up the wound deck. and the adversary will claim the highest card. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the adversary's pile. And then we can start the next day. I'll draw back up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll see what we can do from there. So time passes. 1, 2, 3. Because this does not match here, we don't have to do an extra card, and it's not a joker. So let's go ahead and figure out how we're gonna move. We have 3. So kind of against the wall. We don't want to be there. We'd rather be in the middle a little bit. So this is going to give us 3 movement. I'm going to use this 3 sideways as a heart. So it's going to be 2 more movement. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 3. I'm sorry. 3, 4, 5. Second thought, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to play this 3 and I'm going to double it to get to 6, and I'll play 1 card sideways as another diamond to get it up to 7 to acquire this defeated card. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So now I'm going to draw back up to 4. 1, 2. And we are going to have time passes on the second turn of the second day. Because this is a joker, we have to do 1 more. And this is much better. Do I want to wait around to defeat that 8? Or do I want to press forward? If we hit that last card as a queen, so my next turn is the last turn. There is nothing else to acquire, so this diamond is only going to be useful for movement. We are going to use the 7 and use it use the 5 with it to make 8 movement. Let's move here. Ooh, the queen's going to be in the way. Hopefully we can figure out how to get to that jack. We are going to be blocking with 3, so for this turn we're going to have 8, which is enough to not take any wounds. And I'm going to use the healing ability of the hearts, or strengthen, and I'm going to use this one twice because I'm going to get rid of some cards from my deck. So it might be a little too soon to start doing that, but we'll see. So that is the end of this turn. We're going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't take any damage because we're blocking. Oh. Because I blocked with this, it can stay in my hand. Do I want it to stay in my hand? No, I think we'll be fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then time passes. 1, 2, 3. It does not match, so this is not the last turn. We get 1 more after this if we need it. I'm not sure if we're going to. We're going to absolutely defeat this guy. We have 4 power worth of attack. I'll put it in the victory point. And I'm going to immediately go ahead and acquire this. We're going to spend a 4. This will be the 1 card that we double a turn. Put this on top. And I have 3 hearts. Do I want to get rid of another card? I'm making my deck a little bit too lean here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that because we'll try it out. All right, I will be drawing my 1 last card. This will try to move, but it'll be the last turn. I can't do anything with an 8 by itself, so this will be the last turn of the day. So we're going to end this day. The adversary collects the highest value card in the middle. Shuffle up the wound deck. So now, unless I want to travel through empty spots, I guess I could have moved 2, put myself in a slightly better position, since there was no more wounds in the deck. Could have been here. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can get something good. And now for my cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the time passes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We are going to be taking down that jack. Maybe not right away. So how are we going to get there? This is 6. If we double the 7, we have more than enough movement. But then we don't have enough attack. But we can block a little bit of it, only take 1 damage. It's 5 plus 8 is 13. So only exceeded by a little bit. Normally if you don't block any of that jack, it will be 3 times your strength, or 3 times your armor, and so you'd end up having to take 2 wounds. So, and that will still put the card back in my hand. Maybe I'll even use the sideways 5 to block. So yeah, well, absolutely, we'll use the 7. You know, I won't be able to acquire stuff later. And the 3 will double the 7. Gives us more than enough movement. We'll move here. This spot already had somebody in it, so we're only going to be able to put something here. And we will be using the 8 and the sideways 5, adding it to our strength. So we got 5, 13, plus 1 more, 14. So it's not going to make, we're not going to get to 15, so we will have to take a wound at the end of the turn. So wound in our hand, and then we will go ahead and draw back up and do 1, 2, 3. Does match, so we have to do 1 more. These are the cards I played last turn. So we have this 4, we can use it to heal that wound. Let's probably do that, but let's get the damage in this thing first. So using the 16 and doubling, or 8 and 8 is 16, that easily defeats the jack. And what else do I want to do on my turn? Do I want to heal? These jacks are worth 15. We can level up with 20, so we need 5 more points if we wanted to level up. But we absolutely want to easily, we can move to it, but we don't have any shields to block it. We'll take more damage, so that's not really worth it. So we'll just use the 4 to heal the 2. It doesn't go back on top of the deck, so it does make this turn a little shorter, but it will not be clogging up our hand in the future. You can also heal from the discard pile if I wanted to use this for attacking. And then we'll hold on to this 5. We use this to attack, so it's going to go in the discard pile. And now we're going to draw back up, so 5. Oh, I almost forgot. This is in my hand. The top card, or because we defeated a heart, and hearts are loved, we do lose the top card, which is the one I did not want to lose. But that's what we got. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. doesn't match, so we technically have one more turn. What are we gonna wanna do? Won't be able to do anything this turn, so I have all attack cards. We can move 6, but yeah. I think we'll just use this to move 2 into a gap. That's gonna give us a little bit more options. Even though those are both 10s, see what we get. Another 10, an 8 of hearts, and a 5 of hearts. And that'll be the end of my turn. So we reshuffle up our deck. Reshuffle up the wounds. The highest point card is going to be claimed. There are only 10s, and yep, 10 is the highest. It will claim the one closest to the draw pile, which would end up being this one. And we'll see how they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we can level up soon. I already see that we can move just fine. 1, 2, 3. So time passes on this day. Oh, good. It doesn't match, so we have a little bit more time. And let's go ahead and we're going to use the 4 of diamonds to move, since it's our only movement card. We are going to use it twice, so it's going to get doubled. And so we can either move up to the 8 of hearts, or we can move over to that 10. We got more than enough value to defeat the 10. 10's a little bit better. Also, I need to kind of stay on screen, so we're just going to play the 4 as a heart, or so it's a 1 of hearts, so it doubles. That gives us 10 movement. And we have the 10 power that we need to defeat that 10. And we are pretty low on cards. Do we want to level up? That's such a waste, though. That's 25 points. We need 20 of it. Yeah, we'll level up. So, level up. So return these to the box. 20 points for the cards. We can now use 2 cards in our hands twice instead of just 1 card. So go to the next day. 1, 2, 3. It does match, so 1 more. And see what we got here. So we're only going to be able to deal up to 10 damage. Oh. So, because that was a heart, I keep forgetting. We lost 1. Alright, so what do we want to do? This would have been nice to, we could have gotten one of those jacks in our deck. But, it is what it is. Let's see. You only deal 10 damage. It might be worth going after this heart here. It's easy to move to that heart. We won't lose any extra cards by attacking the heart. So 4, this will be one of the cards that we double. So that's 8, plus 8 is 16 movement. We have plenty of movement. We do not have enough to kind of go after his others. And let's see. And then we are going to use this 5 twice. That's going to defeat this 9. When because of it's a heart, we should get rid of 1 card from our deck because it's loved. And that will be the end there. So we're going to go 1 more day. 1, 2, 3. It does match. Luckily, it wasn't the very last one. Well, it doesn't make a difference because this is going to be my last turn anyway. I'm going to use this twice to put the 9 on top. So, oh, we're going to be able to draw that because it's not the last day. So I'm going to end my turn. No cards can move over. That'll trigger the end of the day. And I will use this 9 of hearts twice. We have any 3s? We have a 3 and a 4. We're really small on our deck. We are going a little bit too strength and heavy, but that's all right. Maybe I'll just use it once. Do we want to move to the jack and take wounds? Of course not. Oh wait, there's no wounds in the deck. So this is a turn when we're invulnerable.